Welcome to our four-part series on formative assessments in education. In part one of the series, we focused on the meaning of formative assessments, the importance of feedback in connection to learning, and how best to use them in the traditional classroom. Part 2 of 4, Formative Assessments in the Online Classroom. In part 2 of this series, we continue to look at their connection to learning and how best to use them in the online classroom. At the end of this video, you can sign up to receive our free guide on the types of assessments in education for building confidence in teaching and learning in the classroom. The connection to learning, building student-teacher relationships. How can assessments be used in the online classroom to build better connections between teachers and students? And one thing is for sure, students do not want to be stuck doing worksheets all day. So how can teachers make assessments beneficial for students? Variety and pace are the keys. When teachers assess students often and in a variety of ways, teachers build stronger connections to their students. Teachers help guide student learning through building more of an understanding of the student's strengths and weaknesses. Examples of assessment tools for the online classroom. These assessments allow teachers to give students feedback on their understanding or work during the lesson. Some examples include interactive whiteboards, interactive games, interactive educational technology tools, interactive virtual field trips. Click in the right-hand corner to watch our video on using EdTech tools in the classroom, where we share some popular tools to use online. How best to use formative assessments in the online classroom. There is little doubt that the online classroom environment is not as easy to teach in compared to the traditional classroom. Why is it not so easy? The online classroom presents problems that teachers have little to no control over. The online environment made cheating much more convenient and learning harder to recognize. Teachers in the online classroom found they had less control as to what their students were doing while at home, and so when they ask a question, how can they be sure this question won't be shared quickly with others to help get answers to the questions? The only real solution is that methods of assessments need to change. So then how should formative assessments change in the online classroom? The answer is to have more open-ended questions over closed-ended questions. Closed-ended questions have direct answers and begin with what, where, when. Open-ended questions begin with how or why and are known as critical thinking questions. Open-ended questions are harder to cheat from than closed-ended questions because the answers are unique to the individual. Asking students to draw or write using their own interpretations presents unique answers. When using open-ended questions, the teacher can better assess how the students are able to interpret the main points. In the end, if students are going to cheat, they will try regardless if it's in the traditional classroom or the online classroom. In order to minimize this from happening in either classroom, teachers need to emphasize to students the consequences for anyone caught cheating before beginning the actual assessments. There are free tools available online to perform plagiarism checks. These tools help to check if a student actually wrote the material or copied their answer from the information already available on the internet. Before giving assessments to their students in the online classroom, teachers should put their assessment through the "How easy is it to cheat on this assessment" test before giving it to the students. This rule should also apply to the traditional classroom as well. In part 3 of this series, we will continue to look at formative assessments, connection to learning, and how best to use them in building language skills. And for more educational videos on teaching and learning, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Education Recipes for Learning. And until next time, keep learning and have fun. Thanks for watching.